Hi guys. Hello. That's not working. Or maybe it is. Oh, now it is. Okay. Hi guys. Um. Oh, and I forget. I was just planning on saying. What was I just gonna say? I was just gonna say. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. In moments of stress, sometimes my brain fucks up, but then it comes up with brilliant ideas. And I was sitting here pissed off that my bra straps keep like sliding down. And, as I say this idea, I'm reminded like, oh, if your bra is properly fit, then your straps won't slide off your shoulders. But, you know, my idea was if shirts had this little like magnet in them, and then your bra had a little magnet in it, and it would just like stay up. I sense the problem with my plan now, but it's okay. Also, you guys, I need to ask for a little bit of grace this week because I have so much adulting to do that I have barely capacity to do that. What? And did you hear that? That is a smoke detector going off in my house somewhere. I don't know where. It's buried and it's annoying. But I couldn't focus on that before going live because, again, an ADD spiral would take me way, away, 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 away. So yeah, you might hear a little chirp. I don't know if you can actually hear it. I sure can. Do I have court tomorrow? No, I don't have court tomorrow. I'm moving at the end of this week. I'm moving from what was my childhood home, also the home that I brought my child home to, and she's been here her whole life. And then, so it's a little sad. And I am doing so, yeah, like I said, by the end of this week. So that means two things. First thing it means is I need your help in acting like adults and like just giving me a little bit of grace in wherever we are. And secondly, oh fuck, I cannot stand how do people live with that chirping? Um, what was I gonna say? Secondly, we're gonna be doing a little bit shorter this week just because I gotta do some shit, adult shit. So much adulting. But today I did a lot of adulting. I've done a lot of steps today. Can anybody guess how many steps maybe? We're gonna watch court. Let me pull it up. It's the the accusation, criminal accusation calendar, I believe, for Lacey. And the thing that ooh, okay, I see the guesses coming in. I'll say them starting in a minute. Um, I will the thing that got me to stop on this one was the top right here you'll see. So hold on one second. Lots of sex today? No, no sex today. So I'm like trying to sort out, is this the guy's eye and head down here? And then this is another guy behind him, and they're at a Halloween haunted house. Um, like I really do not know what is going on in his case. I yeah. Anyways, any other guesses? We'll wait a couple minutes and we can talk about. I might give some clues as to how many steps I did. But anyways, let's go ahead and start watching this. I might have to go find that smoke detector and I don't know, destroy it. I'm not putting a battery in it. Yeah, I don't know.
Be seated, please. Okay. Back over to you, Miss Langley.
Thank you, Your Honor. So for Mr., we could call Mr. Edwards.
Right. Gary Edwards. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. And you trial confirmation?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to ask in this case as well if we could continue confirmation to Thursday, see if we can resolve. If not, we'll be confirming.
All right. So the 9th at 9 a.m. in courtroom 3.
Yes, please.
Is that acceptable there to
Yes,
do that,
sir.
Mr. McClellan? All right. And Mr. Edwards, you can make that date and time, Thursday, 9
Yes,
a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sounds like something's in the works, so make sure you're in good contact with Ms. Langley, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Langley?
Thank you. If we could call Mr. Collins.
All right. Jerry Collins?
And hopefully the court has the form. This will be a change of plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Collins.
Good morning, Your Honor.
9:30 calendar. Let's see it. Do you have that, Mr. McClellan?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he lying down in bed wearing a wife beater?
Should be there now.
Yeah, here it is. It's like it's formatted odd. Let's see.
See if I can.
Yeah, it's looks normal. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so Mr. Collins wants to plead guilty to the simple assault charge.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Collins, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So have you been over this guilty plea statement with Ms. Langley?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Now you're waiving your legal rights by entering a plea. So that means you give up the right to go to trial and have the prosecutor prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury, the right to call witnesses to come to court and testify in your defense, the right to hear and question the witnesses who testify against you. You give up the presumption of innocence on the charge and the right to appeal your conviction to a higher court. And do you have any questions about those legal rights?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the maximum sentence for simple assault is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And even though there's a sentence recommendation here on your plea statement, you need to understand I don't have to follow it and could impose up to the maximum sentence.
Understood, Your Honor.
Also, as a result of a conviction for domestic violence assault, you will lose your right to possess firearms.
Okay.
And did anybody make any threats or any promises to get you to plead guilty to this charge?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and the statement written on your plea form says on August 22nd, 2023, I assaulted my girlfriend, Kiara Johns, by knocking her to the ground, and this occurred in the city of Lacey. Is that your statement?
I never wrote no statement. I never
Okay,
got
I think-
a statement.
I think what happened here is, you tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think what happened here is Miss Langley wrote that statement on your behalf for you to adopt as your statement. And if you do want to adopt that as your statement, just tell me you do, or if not, something else.
Can you repeat that statement for me?
Yes. It says on August 22nd, 2023, I assaulted my girlfriend, Kiara Johns, by knocking her to the ground, and this occurred in the city of Lacey.
I agree.
Okay, then I'm going to write down here that you've adopted that statement. And I will also accept your plea. All right, Mr. McClellan, can I hear from the city first?
Just as it provided there in the plea form, just credit for time served for 2 years suspended time. So Ms. Langley, it kind of pointed out that some of the treatment that he's already engaged in, some chemical dependency treatment and mental health treatment. And so the expectation is continue with that and provide proof to the court of compliance. And so otherwise, no criminal law violations. Comply with no contact order. I'm preparing a post-conviction one now. I believe there'll be a request maybe for some exceptions to consider going forward. And and of course, the not possess a firearm.
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Is there anything I could do for more contact with Kiara Johns?
Yeah, we are gonna address that in just a minute here, but let me hear from Ms. Langley first.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is an agreed recommendation and as to everything except talking about the contact. And I think it's appropriate that he continue in those treatment that he's already in so he can focus on them. The existing order does allow for contact regarding she's expecting a baby very soon. He is
Okay.
currently allowed to contact her regarding the baby and to attend medical treatments and to be at the hospital when the baby's born. There's a shower coming up and he'd sure like to be able to attend that. So he's asking for that exception. I believe it's like this coming weekend. And I mean, and I discussed with him that, you know, when the court has proof of treatment, that would be very helpful in any other changes, but he is asking for more contact. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Collins, is there anything you'd like to tell me?
Nope, that's it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, well, just addressing the sentence, and I'll address the no contact order separately so we can discuss those exceptions. But as far as the sentence, I'm going to follow the recommendation. And Mr. Collins, on the one hand, I'm really glad to hear that you're involved in treatment that addresses your mental health and any substance use issues that you have. That's extremely good, especially for somebody who, one, is about to become a parent, and two, you are a very young man and, you've got your whole life ahead of you. And I don't want to see you go off on a track that you can't recover from. You've got a couple things on your record that are, give me a little bit of concern, and I'm going to guess are also related to substance use. So it's going to be real important for you to address that. But I will accept this, and your sentence will be 364 days, 363 suspended credit for 1 day served. I'll waive all the costs and only impose a probation fee. That'll be $120. Your probation will be for the next 2 years. And the conditions are: don't violate the law. Don't go to bars or taverns. Don't consume any alcohol, marijuana, or non-prescribed drugs. Don't possess firearms or dangerous weapons. And your right to possess firearms is revoked by virtue of this conviction. I am going to reissue the no contact order with some exceptions that we'll discuss in a minute. And then, the main thing here as part of your probation is to continue and complete your substance use treatment and your mental health treatment. I want to see documentation showing the appropriate evaluations and participation in treatment by January 31st. Mr. McClellan, it sounds like there's already some exceptions built into the pretrial order, but there's also a request to allow the contact for that reception or shower. Is there any objection to that?
Well, and that was, just presented this morning. So the information we have from the protected party, I don't suspect that she's opposed to that, given kind of her position on wanting to have contact, especially during this time of having a baby. So
Dana, you got it exactly right. So he beat up his pregnant girlfriend. He's admitting to that right now, pleading guilty, but wants to go to the baby shower. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't think it's realistic. I think they need to either work on, if they're planning on being together, that's a serious problem. Anyways, welcome to those who've just arrived. Mimi, I see, is here. Jonathan Hart, Miss Orlando Chiquita, Donna. Welcome, guys. Michelle Moreland is here. I was saying, you guys, I forgot to ask. I'd love to hear what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. Um, I said at the beginning of the top of the show, I have so much adulting to do this week. It's not even funny. I am moving by the end of this weekend, so there's lots and lots to be done, but I am excited because I will have a space set up that I can leave up, so theoretically, it should be easier to stream next week. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, this is the criminal accusation calendar, I believe it is, or they seem to be taking pleas here and changing pleas. So, oh yeah, still have to be, yeah, just north of Seattle, of course, guys. My daughter, oh yeah, I'm just moving in the same city. So, um, I do miss Florida though, but yeah, I'm gonna be just north of Seattle still. Oh, geez. Also, Dana, I really like that you said earlier that you thought Chris Langley was the victim, which is not, I mean, it's not funny, but Chris Langley is a lawyer there and she is a tough cookie. So I do think she could handle herself. Beverly had spicy ramen, something you like for that time of the month. Oh, no, that's not TMI. Not TMI at all. I was like, it's ramen time of the month, obviously. That's the way we do. I had Chinese food. It was delicious. Also, we're trying to guess how many steps I've done today. So far, nobody's been right. I'll put it that way. And I think you were all low on your guesses. So, like I said, let's continue. You didn't have dinner yet, Tim? Man? I get that though. I am going to go ahead and drink some more calories here, even though I walked a lot today and went to the gym. Still low, Vicky. Still low. Still low, you guys. Yeah. Oh, Dana's getting close.
Certainly, I don't think it's been discussed with her this, but I don't, like I said, that I don't think she would oppose. If we had some details around the date and time, I guess I'd leave it to the court if it's comfortable carving out that exception in that order. I know gets a little cumbersome sometimes to make these little exceptions but
Yeah,
not a strong objection, no.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just a request for a one-time. Yeah. All right, and Mr. Collins, I think we can accommodate that for you.
Okay, thank you. I understand.
Can you give me a date and time for when that event takes place?
Yes, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
It is gonna happen on Sunday, November the 12th at 4 p.m.
And then any idea how long it's supposed to last?
I got no knowledge of that.
Okay, we'll bracket that then. I mean, it might be safe to say between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. Okay.
And I guess I'd only ask the court to also consider making a note that so long as other, like a third party.
Yeah, it'll be just for the reception. Yeah, I'll put that in there. All right. So, Mr. Collins, as far as the other restrictions in the no contact order, those are going to be the same as what you've been dealing with since this case was filed in August. So, do you have any questions for me about your sentence?
Yes. Can you explain my sentence one more time? Because you said that it would last for 2 years.
Correct. The period of probation, which is the period during which your sentence is suspended, is going to be for those 2 years.
I don't understand what you mean by that, Honor.
That means that during that 2 years, you're responsible for complying with the conditions that I set out, especially completing your treatment for mental health and substance use. And if you were to violate any of those conditions during those 2 years, then some or all of that suspended sentence could be imposed.
Okay, can I ask you another question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in my mental treatment that I'm already doing,
Yeah.
like I have 3 months left. So if I complete that, would that means I'm done with this too? Or would that
That
still carry on for
means
the 2 years?
no, that's kind of two things that are a little bit separate. One is the treatment itself. Yes, if 3 months from now, excuse me, if 3 months from now you get a certificate of completion that shows you're done, then you're done with your treatment for mental health and you've satisfied that condition of your probation. But that doesn't mean your probation is over. That just means that you're still responsible for the other conditions of your probation that I also imposed.
Understood. Thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Collins, like I said, you're a very young man with a lot of life ahead of you, and I really want to see you take advantage of this and see things get off on a real good path.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can I ask you one more question?
Mm-hmm. You can.
Okay, so
Sure.
what about visitation rights after my son is born? Like after he comes out? Is
Yep,
there
that's
like
a good
another court
question.
hearing?
That is outside of this case. Okay, so the issues of custody, visitation, parenting, everything like that, none of that is decided as part of this case. That would be a separate kind of court proceeding that would happen in family court. The no contact order looks like it's still open in your Laserfish. Yeah, if you haven't closed it. I don't bet somebody hasn't closed it.
And Your Honor, can I let Mr. Collins know to please call me and I can review how to do some of this stuff?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so
Did they say blazerfish?
in the pretrial order, we had contact
Is he
allowed
crying?
for medical appointments. And what were the other?
I think it might have also been for the birth
Okay.
of the child.
Okay. And then I'm gonna.
Hi, Gracie T. This gentleman's crying, you guys. He's got. Do you see the tears?
I had telephonic electronic contact, maybe together for doctor's appointments and during any medical procedures involving the birth of the child was the language before.
You had telephone and electronic.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I've put all of that in this order. It's a lot, but
Yeah.
there it is.
It reminds me, I watched this YouTube short lately where this lady who does YouTube videos bought this thing that would make her cry if she put it under her eyes.
All right, Mr. Collins, I think we've covered everything for your case.
Am I free to go?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, back over to you, Ms. Langley.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I think I do want to address a couple of no-shows. Miss Barrett, she's not my client, she's pro se, but I talked to her. So maybe if the court could just call that, I think that will be quick.
What was the last name again?
McCulloch Barrett, Angela,
And
she's on Zoom and she's on the 10:30 or the 11. She's on the 11.
I'm not finding her on the list. Is she in the courtroom?
No, but when
He's on
There's a
Zoom.
moment ago, I have a 9 o'clock case to call, but I don't know what case Ms. Langley's referencing.
So
We looked it up.
Angela McCulloch Barrett.
There.
Is it possible that it would be down under a different name?
I don't know. That might not be her because I've only spoken to her once. We looked this up. The person I spoke to before with the water hose, can you come on?
That's Miss, that's,
Yeah, what is her name? This is,
for the D, it's
that's her.
Dressbach, Angela Dressbach, number 4 at 11.
With the water
Yeah,
hose?
and that's her, I think.
Angela Dressbach?
She was here. I talked to her.
All right.
Yeah, we may revisit that, but
Yeah.
if the court's willing, there's a 9 o'clock case that I meant to call earlier.
Okay.
It's Samantha Parker's present.
Okay. Samantha Parker.
She's not represented. She didn't intend to hire an attorney, and there's an agreement. It's a first pretrial. This case should resolve once there's proof of title being transferred, and so I think just some more time.
Okay. Pretty straightforward then. Just get your title and the.
Yeah, I'm getting it on
Prosecutor.
Friday.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All right. So we just need a continuance then.
Yeah, as early as the court can set it, without having to waive any speed trial, I think we should have time.
All right. So Ms. Parker, any change to your address or phone number?
No.
Okay. We have a
Oh my God, I'm dying laughing, Dana. Tough one out here. Like, defender. Hey, lady with the hose. Except they know who she was talking about. That's the crazier part about it. Oh my God, I'm literally dying laughing.
court date set for you already on December 11th.
okay,
You should have notice of that, or
yes,
yeah, December 11th at 11 o'clock.
just bring it in.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds like that's your arrangement with the prosecutor.
All right.
Okay. You're good to go, Ms. Parker.
Sorry.
All right. What about Lamonte Smith?
I have no information.
There's a warrant out on that case. I think this hearing should have been stricken.
Okay.
So unless he's not here, it's that warrant.
I see there is a warrant. It looks like it was issued last month for missing pretrial. So yeah, the hearing should have been stricken. Just leave the warrant outstanding. And Jinsada Crawley.
She's in custody.
at Thurston County. And
Okay.
then, I guess defer to Ms. Langley, but I think rather than move it to today, it's a busy day, just if Wednesday works.
Yeah, I believe so.
Wednesday in custodies. All right. No problem. All right, Angela Guzman Tucker.
I don't have any information.
She is in the courtroom.
Ah,
Okay. So I'm gonna pass over your case for just a minute, but Miss Langley's gonna need to talk to you.
How do I do that? Do I
Telephone.
call? What number do I call? I have a.
You should have all of Miss Langley's contact information.
Am I calling the cell number, Chris? On the land-
don't call my personal cell. Call my office number. Hang on.
Okay.
But let me finish. Let me finish with the judge and then they can let you go out and call me, okay?
Yeah, why don't you just give her a number and she can step out?
Let me just make sure I have the right one that you want me to call on.
It's the one that ends in 9272.
Yep, I have it.
Okay, she'll step out and call you in just a minute. I'm not quite done with Miss Langley, but I know you two will get in contact. All right, and how about Harvey Wee?
I'm very surprised he's not here because he's always here. We're still kind of trying to formulate a resolution to this case. I'm going to ask the court to please just strike the trial and set a new date. Note the FTA because he's just his mom brings him or they come on Zoom together. I can't even imagine why they're not here.
Well, it looks like he already missed his pre-trial back in October as well.
Yeah,
All right,
to-
well, in any event, we're gonna strike the trial. Are you requesting a warrant?
I'm not in this particular case, but I recognize he failed to appear his last pretrial. We noted it, kept this date. But I know that the history of Ms. Lang I have with this case and under the circumstances, not asking for a warrant, but expecting
I'll
to be
see
present
if I
for
can
next.
find it.
All right, then strike the trial, reset for pre-trial confirmation and trial. Time for trial recommences when he reappears. Okay. And you also had Michelle Featherolf.
This is still, unless she's in custody, and I didn't.
She was in custody in October, but she was PR'd
Yeah,
on this
she's
case.
out. So I don't know why she's not here.
Okay. All right. Let's gather off. All right, the last warrant was a $5,000 warrant. And I just don't think we've had the hearing yet that was issued for. All right, just reissue $5,000 warrant. All right, Dakota Menish.
He's in custody. Miss McClellan, did you? And I would like to see him today. If we need to do anything, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, just yeah, you
I'll send.
in custody desk. But yeah, I see the note that she's in custody. Okay, Kristen Olson.
I just got an email from her a little while ago. She said she's in the hospital, and is asking for a reset.
All right, Mr. McClellan.
No objection with that update.
Okay. Okay, just yeah, reset the normal course. Okay, does that bring you up to current with the exception of Ms. Guzman Tucker?
Yes, and then I let me just let the court know that the person we were talking about before that we figured out was Miss Dresbach. She
Angela
was
Dresbach.
going to do is just ask that the trial dates remain set while she seeks counsel. So I'll let the
Is
court know
that-
that.
Is that you? Are you Ms. Dresbach?
There she is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
So you're still trying to hire an attorney?
Yeah, yeah, basically, I thought it was, I thought we were gonna have a dismissal and I didn't have an attorney and then. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, and I guess in the meantime, I mean, city's obviously not been able to really contact her with the understanding that she's looking to hire counsel if she doesn't have an attorney. And the city could discuss that with her, but and then before the next hearing, we'll be able to have an update if we're gonna do any change to our going forward.
All right. Well, Ms. Dresbach, your next court date is already set for December 26th at 11.
okay,
If you hire an attorney, your attorney knows what to do to let us know that they're representing you and they know how to reach out to the city prosecutor. If for whatever reason you decide you don't want to hire an attorney and you still want to see if you can't resolve this case with the prosecutor, you can reach out to the prosecutor and they'll discuss the case with you.
okay. Okay,
But either way, we'll
how-
see you back
how
here
do
on.
how do I reach out to the prosecutor? I don't even really know how to do this. I've never,
It's probably, well, you can do that, but I think that it's probably a better idea to work on getting an attorney.
yeah, I've come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't you do that? And if it turns out you can't for whatever reason, there may be time that you can work out something with the prosecutor later. But I think your efforts are better spent trying to get an attorney on board.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll see you here the 26th.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Your Honor. Sorry.
Welcome. It's okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, all right, then Miss Guzman Tucker, you're going to want to step out and call Miss Langley.
Okay, and
And
I told her I needed to give you this paper that is filed on the document.
Okay, just hold on to that and let Ms. Langley know, and then she'll tell you what to do.
Is there a room I go in, or do I
Yeah.
stand in the hallway and talk to her?
Wherever you get reception, but there is a room right out here.
Sure.
I think so.
Okay. So I see we've got Mr. Woody here. Mr. Woody, there's a pro tem judge who's going to handle the conflict case.
Understood, Your Honor.
And I'll let you know, I haven't seen him, but I will check in. Okay, he is here. All right, is that case ready? Okay. All right. Well, we'll get going on that too. I don't see Mr. Lusteau yet. Is Scott Johnson here?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay. I'm just waiting for your attorney to check in, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And then I have a couple of pro se's who maybe they're here early. Maurice Day.
He's present and the protected part. And then, so what's been handed forward is a screening form to be reconsidered for public defense. And then Miss Day, the protected party, is also present. There's a motion before the court.
Right. Okay. Let's call that case then. So Mr. Day, would you mind having a seat at the table? And we're here today for pretrial, no contact order review, and this request to reconsider counsel. I'll take the counsel request first. I've got your screening sheet here.
What do we think? Will he have filled it out properly this time? Will he get the lawyer? Who knows? The judge. That's who knows.
Well, you're pretty close, I think, based on the size of your household, your monthly income, and routine expenses that you have. All right, so Mr. Day, I'll appoint a lawyer for you if you're willing to reimburse the city $100 toward those costs.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, I think that's probably something you can manage with your resources. All right. So we'll appoint counsel. I'm going to appoint Pacific Point as your attorney.
Is $100 even nominal? Like that's towards legal fees?
All right, and let's take up that no contact order issue because I know that there's been a request by the victim. All right, and is Patricia here? You're Patricia? Okay. All right, and ma'am, I have your written request here for removing.
So this is actually really interesting and not always something we see. We often see protective orders put in place, or continued, but this is where somebody's actually coming to court and asking that the protective order be removed, which is interesting. I guess we did hear earlier, wasn't the earlier guy wanted his protection order amended because the baby was coming, even though he had assaulted the baby mama. Anyways, so we'll see what happens here. He's assigned him a lawyer. in reality, shouldn't this hearing now stop because he needs to have his counsel? I don't know. Maybe.
The order and the reasons for that. In addition to that, is there anything else you want to tell me about the issue? Okay, and this order has been in place since October 2nd, I think. Yes. All right, and Mr. Day, you're currently wearing the Scram bracelet, is that
Yes, Your
right?
Honor, I am.
Okay.
And I do have, if I can address, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I do have a compliance report from the Scram place that I go to.
Mhm.
Also, I just wanted to state that I am currently in therapy, and I am currently doing self-help as well. So I'm trying to be as proactive as
This is good in a way, but what do you mean with the self-help, bud? Also, what's going on down here? Why is Byron gone again? And then, yeah, the guy earlier, he did already have an exception to go to the birth of the child, but he wanted an exception to go to the baby shower. It's all a mess. The judge thinks so too. Look at his face.
I can. You know, it's kind of misfortunate incident. And
Okay. So when you say you're in therapy, is that substance use treatment?
well, it's one-on-one, a one-on-one therapy. So it's more of, for just personal, emotional, mental health, and
Mhm.
help with the anger management and those sorts of things.
Okay. And is self-help the AA then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna guess based on your history that substance use has been a factor for a while.
It has been throughout my life some issue.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask the prosecutor what they think about that request and I'll make a decision. Okay. All right, Mr. McClellan.
And certainly Miss Day knows the situation, better than I do. I obviously, in the charges, malicious mischief, there was no allegations of any physical assaults. The scram was required because of the history the court is aware of that does involve substance use that tied to, law violations. And I don't see any other history.
You think he has a lack of self-love, Mikey? And remember, Jonathan, we like to hear about what people do in the bedroom. That's sort of the thing around
Of domestic violence charges. So the state or city, I'm sorry, would certainly ask the court to maintain that scram requirement if there's going to be any change to the order. But it sounds like if sobriety is kept in check, hopefully that is addressing the safety concerns, and it sounds like that seems to be the case.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't put these orders in place to make life hard on people but I recognize that when you put an order like this in place and, technically it only applies to you, Mr. Day, and your behavior and your actions, but in reality, it also affects Mrs. Day and anyone else involved in your life. So, it's an imposition. I understand that. And we don't want these orders to have to be in place for any longer than necessary or be any more restrictive than necessary. But from what you folks are telling me it sounds like you're addressing kind of an underlying issue, and that as long as you're doing that, things seem to be going better. And there's some accountability if you're wearing a scram bracelet for that, for the, at least for the alcohol consumption. So, it's been a month. There haven't been any problems. That's good. I think we can continue the other conditions in place, like the scram, and that'll be sufficient. So, Patricia, I'm gonna remove the order at this point. Okay, so those, Mr. Day, those restrictions will go away. But I do want you to know, all of you, but Ms. Day particularly, that if this doesn't work out the way you expect, if there's problems that cause you a concern, you can absolutely ask the court to reinstate the order. Okay, and you've got assistance here. You can do that through the city's office. You can come directly to the court yourself. All right, I hope that's not necessary, but I want you to know that that's there. All right, I'll remove the order. You'll get a written copy of that. I've assigned a new attorney to you. And as part of that, I'm also going to give you a new court date. So let's see, Pacific Point date. Looks like we've already got confirmation on the books. I'd like to get a pretrial date before December 11th.
What's so
And
special?
just the last, I know he's
about
not an attorney to maybe help with the process, but it's also on for firearms review. I'd like to address.
Okay. All right, put that on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just setting up your pretrial hearing date with your public defender. And one of the conditions of your release was to not possess any firearms, and also to either surrender any that you have or file a declaration that says that you don't have any to surrender. I don't see compliance with that here. So first of all, do you have
haven't had
any?
any information so far, really. The only information I've gotten was through Thurston County. So all the other attempts I've tried to make, I was just told to come to court to address it.
Yeah. Okay, so the question is, do you have any firearms?
I do have a firearm, but I was already in the process of it being sold, which is the party who I'd sold it to has already paid for.
This is Day. Do you have some information on that?
Yes, I took it over to his house.
Are there any other firearms present?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take that as your statement of compliance, but I'm also going to have you sign a declaration that you don't have any firearms to surrender, and we'll put that in the court file. If we print one of those for him, I guess, to sign.
What if I can pull it up?
We can do it right here. And this will be your official sworn statement that you don't have any firearms to surrender. And then it's also a reminder that you are, as a continuing condition of release, prohibited from possessing any firearms.
Yes, sir.
And I've got his
Yes,
What's
I have it.
Byron here for down here? I'm
I
waiting.
also just signed his order with his court date on it. So you can print that.
Dana, earlier, did you say his Zen was thrown off by that cord? Zen is the right word. I momentarily did this because I'm cold and then remembered. I'm like,
Okay. So we'll take that declaration from you. And then the prosecutor will hand you this court order that shows your court date on it. And then I'm gonna sign that, do it now. I should. I'm signing it now. Got a little behind there on that. Okay, so actually I just signed the rescission too. So one more piece of paper.
Oh, is it a cabinet above the camera at Byron's place? I know the shirtless dad, but actually the cases have been interesting. 2 protective order, like legally speaking, and the first guy was sort of funny. And then we had the lady with hose. Yeah, it's classic. He's not very. He's a judge. He's got to be very metered in his way of being.
I'm gonna
Also, Tin Man, you know that's not
see if
if you hit link.
yeah, it's your logger. Right? Okay, I'm gonna go get him.
System, so more important.
Okay.
Just kind of shows it.
All right.
Okay,
All right. Any questions there, Mr. Day?
so I can go home?
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. So my only question would be for my attorney, do you have that information or?
For Pacific Point. Yeah, we do have that. It might have put at the front counter too, if you don't have any more here. Yeah.
And I have one more question, Your Honor. So I'm continuing forward. Would this still be a matter of domestic violence involved, or will this just be going forward for the malicious mischief charge?
Domestic violence, it is charged as a domestic violence offense currently, but you discuss that with your attorney.
Okay.
Because possible resolutions of the case could change that.
Okay.
Yeah. And you'll want to grab that sheet there because that's your attorney contact information. All right. So we do have that conflict matter. I'm going to get the pro tem judge who's handling that. So we'll be at recess till that judge is in the courtroom.
You just leaving Byron there? Wow. What a douche move, Judge. Oh, let's see how long that takes. Oh, so what do we think about that? He needs to go home. The domestic violence charge isn't removed.
Yes, I guess.
Apparently, they're talking still. So he comes back quick, or it's a different judge. So I'm just gonna shut and let it happen. What was that?
Please rise. Thurston County District Court, session, Judge Pro Tem Lagerwell presiding.
Have a seat, please. Remind me which matter we're here for? Oh, Edith Vanderwall. So, are we on the record?
Yes, sir.
Very good. This is cause number 380069852, City of Lesa versus Edith Vanderwall. We're here for pre-trial conference or trial readiness rather. Last time we were here, Ms. Vanderwall, you were looking at retaining an attorney. How's that going?
Your Honor, this is Brett Woody. I'm representing Ms. Vanderwall in this matter.
Hey, Brett. Afternoon, Mr. Woody. Just so everybody knows, I used to be up at the Pierce County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Brett and I have been on the opposite side of cases in the past. We've always gotten along really well. I don't believe we ever tried any cases opposite each other, but in case anybody's uncomfortable with me sitting on this, I just thought I'd bring that to everybody's attention.
No issue.
Nothing from the prosecutor.
Not
Okay.
for today.
So what's the plan today, folks?
I just want to move this forward. I'm not where we're at. I'm not sure where we're at on Speedy. Um,
I think we
think that-
reset Speedy at the last hearing.
So move this. Chad, what do you think about 30 days?
Yeah, Chad, what do you think? Seriously, what the fuck? Look at the speed difference between this judge and the last judge. I feel like I was watching a children's tennis match and now I'm watching like adults play tennis. I'm like, um, tag team judges, exactly. Speedy trial included meth in court. uh, Interesting. He's so fast. He's like, what's going on? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm only here for fucking 3 minutes. Hurry up. I've met a couple guys like that, you know? To each their own.
Yeah, no issue with that time frame. Yeah, as long as we're okay with, I think there was an agreement back in August to recommence speedy trial. So then there's trial date. So we may need a waiver to.
Pardon? Yeah, we'll need a speedy waiver. The clerk is informing me.
I think it would reset with my NOA. And I'm not sure the court would receive that. If it's first appearance by a new attorney, it should be resetting 90 from today.
Yeah,
I believe.
there's an agreement to that, and that's correct. I don't think that NOA was filed until more recently. So
Is that correct? Okay, so what's the speedy reset date? Is it today's hearing or the date of the filing?
I think it would be appearance.
Yeah, I'm having the clerk check. She'll know better than I do.
Okay.
Okay, so speedy will reset today. Do you guys want to have another trial readiness hearing in 30 days? Is that what you're thinking, to give you a little bit of space to negotiate a potential resolution?
yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. I'm on a pretrial.
Pre-trial?
Pre-trial.
Oh! Tin Man, $1? You think Mikey's cheap? I don't think he's a cheap whore.
So good morning, Mrs. Vanderwall. How are you?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Everybody's sort of talking about you in your case, but nobody's spoken to you, so I thought I'd address you directly. It sounds like what the plan is today. I just want to make sure this is something you're on board with. So whenever you're charged with a crime, regardless of the severity, you have what's called a right to a speedy trial, which is the case must be brought to trial or resolution with a certain amount of time. The way this is going to work today is because you've got a new attorney and he's done his first appearance today. That means speedy will reset today. What the parties are contemplating, I want to make sure you're on board with this, is just to set another pretrial conference about 30 days out, give the parties an opportunity to discuss whether or not they can resolve it, and if not, we'll report ready to try at that time. Does that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that what you'd like to do today?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Let me just confirm. Are you still on Saga Court in Lacey?
Yes.
Okay. You'll receive notice of your next hearing date at that address that we have on file for you. Also, if you've elected to have alerts, et cetera, via text, you'll receive it there as well. All the pretrial conditions of release still exist. From the prosecutor, I assume there's been no issues with compliance of the pretrial conditions of release.
Correct, Your Honor.
The prosecutor is reporting there's been no issues. So those same conditions will remain in full force effective. If you have any questions about what that is, obviously just contact Mr. Woody and I'm sure he can get that answer for you. Mr. Woody, is there anything else additional you need from the court?
All right, Your Honor.
Is this the only case you have on for today?
It is.
All right, well, you're obviously excused for leaving. Ms. Vanderwall, so are you. And we'll see you all back here in roughly 30 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll just send out notice in the regular course, correct? Okay. That's the only matter upon which I needed to appear. So I'm going to jump off the bench now and we'll bring Commissioner Wool back out and we'll go from there. I hope he doesn't mind that I wrote on his dossier. Thank you all.
Thank you. You came out just for one.
He's friends with Satan, Tin Man. We don't have to tell him. He gets all of the details from Tin, or not from Tin Man, from Satan's about you. Also, that was crazy. If you worked there, would you want that judge all the time, or would you be preferring the slow judge? Also, I know I've looked in here already for something, but I'm looking again because I didn't find it. And see, it happens that I found it this time. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Off-center ceiling fan or ceiling light. We were discussing, William, if that would bring some bad zen. Is it like, what is that called? Feng shui? Feng shui. Feng shui.
I don't know that. No.
Also, Byron is just waiting patiently. And, you know, that's just, it's probably the best. I mean, we've seen some people really fuck up Zoom court appearances, so he's doing very well. I did not say that loud, Elvis. You might say that, but I did not say that. Satan makes his own deal. See, look, there's Missy there. Say Satan if you. Oh, and there comes the judge.
Can I be seated, please? Lost Mr. McClellan. Oh no, maybe I left. I don't know.
Beverly, welcome back. You missed a whole judge. No shit. Same docket, new judge. And this is not the Steven Tyler judge. No. Also, what kind of deals does Satan make, though? Like, I know about the deal I made with him, but I'm wondering about anybody else is wanting to share about their satanic deals.
Waiting on Mr. McClellan, Chris. He disappeared. Okay, we ready to call Miss Guzman Tucker? Yeah, just have a seat there. As soon as I get Miss Langley back on the line, there we go.
I'm here.
Okay.
I sent the city some messages regarding this, so I'm not 100% sure.
Declaration of non-surrender. Okay, perfect. That off. All right, so the declaration of non-surrender is filed. So that just leaves us with the trial confirmation.
I think we're gonna have a resolution. Just reviewing what Ms. Langley sent me, and I can get that to the court here in just a minute.
Okay. Should I call some other cases?
No one can hear me.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I think you're fine where you're at. Yeah. Mr. Yeagley, are you ready?
Good morning, Your Honor. I believe so.
Morning.
I'm here for Josh Mayberry, filling in for Mr. Crone this morning.
Okay. So Mr. Mayberry's on for pretrial.
And I'm appearing under Rule 3.4 from Mr. Mayberry. And let me go back to Mr. Crone's email. And he had indicated that he just got some new discovery in, but it was what he needed. And looks like he wants to set this for a disposition for next Monday at 11 o'clock. I don't know if the court has that available on November 13th.
Well, let's find out. I'll check with the clerk. That open. Looks like there's room. So
okay.
All right. So we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Take care, Mr. Yeagley.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. And Miss Smishek, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor. I have Julius Prevost.
Yes. And he's on for trial confirmation.
He is, Your Honor. Asking a few different things today. First, is I'm asking to actually set it back to pretrial. So my reasoning for this, and then I sent a speedy trial waiver in that actually commences a few months out. The discovery in this matter actually got lost in the shuffle between we have both private and public attorneys in our office, and it got lost in the shuffle of where it was supposed to go. So I actually just recently was able to take a look at it despite the age of the case. Secondly, I'm also very pregnant. I'm due in a few days. So I don't think we're going to be able to come to a resolution within a few days. So I did, my leave is about 3 months. So I set it out towards the end of February.
All right, Mr. McClellan.
Ms. Mishek, let me know about that. There's no objection.
Yeah, didn't think there would be. Okay, then we'll strike the trial and reset back onto the pretrial calendar after February.
Yeah, if we want to aim for the end of February, beginning of March, that works just great for me. Thank you.
All right, we'll do that for you. All right, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right,
You have to file baby pictures just as proof.
Right, yeah, we will insist on baby pictures when you come back next. So.
Well, I'm ready for this stage to be over whenever. So, Your Honor, I would gladly file photos. Thank you.
All right. All right. Anything else I can do for you?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right. All right. Take care.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
All right. And then let's see. We've got
sorry, the humble brag would be, oh, Your Honor, I'm not going back to work afterwards. Sorry. Instead, this woman's able to actually book something out after her maternity leave. That's nuts to me. Here we get a year's worth of maternity leave in Canada. So, look, new color, I'm fixing the nails. Actually, should have filed that first, but that's okay. Oh, my finger's hot. No, I'm trying to dry nail polish. Fingers hot. I always have hot fingers. I'm a great typer.
Attorney White on Austin Stokes.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. I am
Morning.
present via 3.4 on behalf of my client. We are asking for a continuance in this matter. We just came on to the case, and for the record, he has filed his surrender receipt, so he is in compliance on that.
Okay. Okay, we do have, I see your speedy trial waiver filed here as well. You do have confirmation set for January 2nd. Do you want to keep that, or do you want to strike the trial in January?
I am fine keeping that as long as there's a pretrial date that's available before that.
I think we can probably find you one. Let's see.
Okay, I'm definitely not pregnant, but
right around maybe December 11th or so for would December 11th work for pretrial?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, 11 o'clock on December 11th.
Perfect. That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, let's see if I skipped anybody. Oh, is Byron McCoy here?
Yes, sir.
Ah, there he is, Mr. McCoy. All right, and Mr. McCoy, you're here today for your pretrial hearing, and
yes, sir.
I do not see that you have an attorney on board for your case yet. Were you going to hire one?
Yes, sir. I actually just did a down payment towards a private counsel, and she really couldn't represent me today because I didn't pay the full amount, which I plan on paying her on Wednesday when I get my check. And
okay.
Yes, sir. And I pretty much I called the evaluation place to set up a class arrangements, and I plan on paying the $100 for the class this week also. And I'm pretty much just asking you if it's possible, if I could have a continuance to get everything all in motion. If it's possible.
Yeah, it sounds, Mr. McCoy, like everything's proceeding along smoothly, and you should have an attorney on board here shortly.
Yes, sir.
We do have your next court date already set for December 11th at 11. Yes, and as soon as your attorney gets on board, they'll notify the court and the prosecutor. And if they need to make any changes in the court date, then they know how to do that too, and
yes,
they'll
sir.
keep you up to date. So
yes,
you
sir.
should already have notice sent to you by the court for December 11th at 11.
Yes, sir. I have all the information that you guys sent to my address.
Great. All right. Well, if you don't have any other questions for me, we'll just see you back here December 11th.
Okay. Everything sounds good. I appreciate everything you did for me.
All right. Thanks, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. And then Mr. Johnson, I still haven't heard from Mr. Lousteau yet. Did he contact you by any chance, Chad?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I just spoke to him. He's currently at Shelton Superior Court awaiting an in-custody client to be brought to the court. He asked if it would be able to move this to this afternoon at 1 or 1:30. He has a 2 p.m. in juvenile court, so he can't do that.
He has a 2 p.m. where?
In juvenile court.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what we can do.
This is last time we had a Monday conflict where Mr. Lousteau was tied up. We moved it to the Thursday.
Yeah.
And that worked for him. I don't know it's possible to move to this afternoon. It's in custody.
Yeah, here's the thing. I appreciate his offer to do that this afternoon, but unfortunately this afternoon, the Lacey attorneys in the court are going to be busy with our in custody hearings. So we aren't going to realistically be able to have your hearing this afternoon, but we could do it on Thursday when we have another Lacey calendar Thursday morning.
Okay.
Do you, do you happen to know if he's available for that?
I do not know. I will reach back out to him and find out right now. I know he said that Mondays is often a conflict for him. So,
okay.
I
Well,
will reach out to
I'm
him.
willing to, I'm willing to set you onto the Lacey calendar this Thursday, which is November 9th at 9 o'clock. And then rely on you to provide notice to Mr. Lousteau. And hopefully you can all be here at the same time.
That works for me, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Thank
We'll
you,
see
sir.
you here Thursday then. Thursday calendar's getting big.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. You're welcome. All right. Let's get an update then on Miss Guzman Tucker's case.
Your Honor, we should be ready to proceed with that by way of an SOC.
Okay. Yep. And it looks like it's filed right here. Okay. Perfect. All right. And Ms. Guzman Tucker, I do have that stipulated order of continuance. It's like this is a agreed continuance between the parties for 12 months, and you've agreed to some conditions, which very straightforward here. No violations of law, no firearms possession, and a mental health referral. And then if you complete all of that at the end of 12 months, the prosecutor will dismiss the charge.
Mental health referral?
That's what it says here.
Oh, does that include, like, I've already been engaged in?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So a continuation
Okay,
of
no,
what you're
that's
doing.
fine.
Yeah. All right. So, and then of course, if you were to complete all that at the end of 12 months, the prosecutor will dismiss this assault charges. Is that what you think you're doing
Yes,
here?
but at this point, the way that it was explained to me is I don't have the charge right this moment. Is it like, I mean, she explained it to me as this, but I'm not going to be getting a charge is what my.
Yeah, the explanation should have included that you're currently charged with the crime of assault, right? The anticipation is that if you complete all the conditions on this agreement with the prosecutor, the charge will be dismissed and you'll no longer be charged with assault.
Okay, and that's 12 months from today.
Yes. And then also, as part of this, you're waiving the right to take the case to a jury trial. So if you were to fail to complete the conditions that you agreed to, then you'd have a trial to the judge without a jury. And the only evidence the judge would consider in determining whether you're guilty of that assault charge would be the police report submitted by the prosecutor. Okay, so the rights that you give up in order to take advantage of this are pretty significant. It's the right to have a jury trial. So as long as you understand that and you're agreeable to it, I'll approve this case for a 12-month continuance. And,
I understand and I'm agreeable to it.
and you counseled with Ms. Langley about all of this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, it sounds reasonable to me. I'll accept this.
Would I need to submit, which it wouldn't be a problem, anything from my therapist? Oh, okay, okay. Cool.
I'm just going to capture all the conditions here. And the charge will be dismissed upon compliance. All right. Do you have any last minute questions for me about how this works or what you're supposed to do?
No.
Okay.
Just how soon can I get a copy of what was done today?
Right now.
Oh,
we'll
right
print
now?
it right
Okay.
up for you in just a second.
The clock's throwing me off. I kept looking.
The clock's throwing her off. No, Dana, we have not revealed yet my final step count. There is still time to get your guesses in, but I will say it is less than 525,600. Unfortunately. But yeah, right now is your last chances to get your votes in. Also, my toxic trait is wanting to redo all my nails right now, even more than this one. Was it from today? Yeah, it was from today. Like currently, what's on my wrist currently. Oh, the daylight savings times thing, probably 69, Courtney. You're right. I've done 69 steps. No, I've done more than that. Even though I didn't start till like afternoon. Still very good day. 18,450. That's high, Dina.
Oh, yeah.
I
we
know,
need to
even in the
fix
front, when you
those.
walk in, the time is off too. At least you guys should have been at lunch already.
Well, I should keep it that way
I
then.
know, right?
Okay, I've signed the orders. And in just a minute, they'll be printed up for you, Ms. Gusman Tucker, and you'll get copies.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. If any questions come up after today, you just give Ms. Langley a call and she'll answer.
Okay, I was like, do I go out there?
Okay, that completes.
That completes the calendar, ladies and gentlemen. Um, last last chances for your votes for how many steps I did today. Um, we only do this on days that I do lots of steps. Some days I don't. Yeah, unfortunately it is, Jonathan. I have so much adulting to do. I'm moving this week and just a bunch of different things. So I appreciate y'all being understanding of just the short shows, even though it's been an hour and a half, which is like not that short, but it is. Anyways, look at the color. That'll be all the nails soon. My thumb died first, so it had to be redone with a new nail, but that'll be all of the nail color soon. Solid for fall for a little while until December probably, and then I'll maybe go back to something pretty. Yes. It is yeah, you guys will recognize the new place parts of it, but we will also be establishing a kitchen series with our instant pots in the new place. Things will be better. They will be better. Right now it's a little bittersweet, but I am excited to do that. So I won't be disappearing. I'm gonna be streaming, but I appreciate you understanding if they're a little shorter than normal or a little you know, different than average. I hear word on the street is that there's a really good episode of We Got a Case tomorrow that I will definitely be tuning in to listen to and chat while I pack tomorrow morning. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. The final number for my steps today was so far, and it is only 7:33 p.m., 1933. 16,816 steps. Gracie T, we are going to be doing an Instant Pot cooking series where everybody cooks the same thing at home that I'm going to cook as well. And we are going to be trading different recipes and having lots of fun with it. So if you have more recipes or any good ones that you think are really great, let me know and then maybe we'll feature them. I want to do some fun like breakfast ones, some dessert ones, all the fun things in the Instant Pot. I think it would be really cool if we all sort of had our Instant Pots at home or wherever and made the same thing and ate it at the same time. I don't know why, but my brain's like, yeah, I want to do that. So that is on the horizon, but honestly, I'm embarrassed to show you the mess around here. There's a fucking fire smoke detector that's buried somewhere. I need to go fucking find it. Like that's the first thing on my list right now. Instant Pot fire Oreo cheesecake. Yeah. Okay. You have an extra Instant Pot. Wow, Tin Man, that's great to know. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with that Instant Pot series. And we'll do it'll be over the holidays. I have a lot of fun things planned for the holidays. So it is good that this move is happening now. as usual, I always do things on hard mode. So, you know, I got a week. Let's make it happen. I would like to say and share that I did leave my Fitbit charger in the cabinet. I used it. I left it out, but then right before tonight's live, I went and I got it and I put it back in that cabinet so that we can all rejoice together when I know where the Fitbit charger is. Oh, you have a slow cooker too. I know we should do the slow cooker thing as well. Dana, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It is going to be difficult. And like I said, adulting is not my forte. By myself is very difficult, but I've got this. I'm looking around at everything like, you've got this. Anyways, remember that I love you. I'm proud of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. There's that fucking smoke alarm. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna tear this house apart.